Do you have a loud neighbor? Do you hear your neighbor through your wall? Well, if you live in an apartment complex, this is something you probably can relate to. This is something I want to talk about because I'm one of those people that live in an apartment complex. Now, the walls are thick, which is good, but people have loud either music or loud TVs, and you can hear things come through the walls, especially when you're trying to get some sleep. So that brings me to this little story and why I wanted to make this video. Anyway, the way my neighbor's bedroom is set up is, of course, right on the other side of my wall, right? So, but I think the way they have it set up is they have their TV against the wall where my bed is facing near it. So I'm right there with the TV on the other side. And it's just not a regular TV, with regular sound. You can actually, it's like amplified, it's richer. So that tells me that they probably have that surround sound stuff, right? Because it's booming when they turn that TV on. And it was getting to the point, at first it was like, okay, she did it at reasonable hours, and then she'd turn off her TV and go to bed around the same time I would. And then it was like, last night, of course it was a weekend, she left the TV on. I swear at least till 4 a.m. in the morning. Was she watching? I don't know. Did she fall asleep with it on? I don't know. And then I'm waking up. I'd hardly get no sleep, and I'm waking up the next day, and I find myself complaining about listening to this loud crap coming through the walls and me not getting any sleep, and then sort of like spewing negative words about the neighbor behind her back. And then I caught myself in the moment. I did. I says, you know what? This is not helping the situation. It's not hurting her in any way, shape, or form because she's not hearing what I'm having to say. And even if she did, how do you think this person's going to react? Oh, I really don't care what you think about me or my loud TV, right? So, and then I was thinking, well, if I am really just being a negative nanny or a sourpuss about this neighbor, it's really hurting nobody but me. It's making me feel miserable. It's not making her feel miserable. You get what I'm saying? And then I thought to myself, well, I could maybe go next door and knock on the door and just say, okay, could you turn down your TV at night? But then I thought to myself, one of two things are gonna happen. Well, number one, if she does do it, it might just be for one night, and then she's gonna know it bothers me. And some people are spiteful. She'll just purposely either leave that thing on day and night coming through the walls, or she's even going to turn it up louder when she is listening to it, knowing that it's ticking me off, right? Because that's how people are sometimes, because they don't want to be told what to do. And then I thought to myself, she pays rent just as much as I do. She has a right to have a loud television with surround sound, right? Just like anybody else, or a stereo. And I'm not perfect, like I have a nice stereo system, and I usually play it on the weekends during the day. If I do play it at night, I play it up till 10 o'clock, but she has a right to do it just as much as I have a right to play my stereo. And then I thought, okay, what can I do other than asking her to turn it down? Are there other solutions that I could do to help me out, to save my sanity and get some sleep, right? So I thought, well, since I live in a 2-bedroom townhome, like I sleep upstairs where her room is, if you go downstairs, you don't hardly hear her TV because it's upstairs to the corner. So I was like, yeah, I could maybe move my bed downstairs, but that's pretty damn extreme, right? I mean, that could be like the last resort, and get some sleep. Or I can actually just go to Walmart or somewhere and purchase earplugs. Aha! I was like, okay, that is a better and solution than trying to move my bed downstairs. All I gotta do is get some earplugs, plug them in my ears before I go to bed, and chances are I'm not gonna hear half of what I'm hearing. If I hear something, I mean, I do have a fan on in my room, but it'll block out most of the sound, right? So I went and I bought me a pack of earplugs. So, problem solved without all the fuss and commotion and all of the anger and the foul words. I mean, again, what I'm putting out in the universe is going to come back to me tenfold. If you've watched another video of mine, then I explain that to you, the law of attraction. And I says, I'm not doing that. I'm better than that. I'm not doing that. So I caught myself. I said, I'm not doing that. So I got the earplugs, and things are better. So I just wanted to bring that up to you. I hope you found value in it, just to learn that don't complain. You run into situations, people are going to tick you off. I mean, it's just human nature. And they don't even realize that they're ticking you off, And then if you go and yell at them and you try to get them to conform to what you want them to do, most people are not going to be compliant. Most people are going to get ticked off because you told them what to do, number one. And number two, they're just going to do the opposite and make it worse. So tell me what you think about that. Have you run into a situation like that before? I'd like to know. Drop me a comment. Like, share, subscribe. And I'll have another video on after this that you can check out. Let's see if you're serious about catching yourself in the moment, correcting your mind state, and finding solutions to make your life better. So I just want you to just be you, and just be resourceful. Thank you for watching.